We begin with new questions after the temporary no-fly shutdown in El Paso. Last week, federal officials announced a shutdown of airspace over the city. It turned out Border Patrol was testing a military laser for shooting down drones. The airport reopened in just 8 hours, but spotlights a growing security issue. Here to talk about this is George Headley from the Washington, D.C. Bureau. George, how often do drones cross the border?
About more than 34,000 drones were detected near the U.S.-Mexico border last year. Though that counts drones on the U.S. side, federal authorities don't report how often they actually cross the border. However, in Yuma County, the sheriff says they see about 3 to 4 drone incursions per week.
And what do cartels use these drones for?
Now, not all of these drones along the border are from the cartels, but when we do see them along the border, cartels use drones for surveillance, such as mapping out border patrol or local law enforcement routes, as well as delivering payloads. In Mexico itself, cartels have actually used drones for years to attack rival cartels and sometimes law enforcement. Violent drone attacks in Mexico have actually increased dramatically in the past 6 years.
And how do cartels learn to use this equipment?
So far from what we know, there was reporting last summer about drug cartels sending personnel to Ukraine, supposedly to help with the war effort, but actually to learn how to use drones in a war zone. The first apparent sighting of a first-person view drone, which is often used in the Ukraine-Russia conflict, was last May in Mexico.
And what's being done to counteract these drones at the border?
Border Patrol does have counter-drone capabilities, such as what we saw with the anti-laser drone last week, but there are other tactics, such as jamming GPS and radio frequencies. Congress has stepped up funding for anti-drone efforts, but relatively little of that is getting to local law enforcement. We talked to the Yuma County Sheriff, for instance. His department just doesn't have the training or equipment to do much about drones. Congress did direct federal agencies to give law enforcement the training and equipment to handle drones, but it's too early to tell if the Border Police will see the support anytime soon as federal agencies prepare the program.
Thank you. That was George Headley from our Washington, D.C. Bureau.